Yo, what's going on, guys? It is your boy the Baby Beast, and today we are going to be talking about the god rolls for the Garden of Salvation raid. They just came out with new perks in the origin trait, and they are craftable, so let's get straight into it. We're going to start off with the origin trait, Photo Inhibition, which states that this weapon deals bonus damage to combatant shields and targets with overshields. Breaking a combatant shield disorients them. Breaking a energy matching shield also disorients nearby combatants. So most of these weapons are going to be really good for PvE. I haven't tried this in PvP yet, so I don't know if it disorients them in PvP. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. But our first weapon is going to be the bow. Now I did something a little bit different. Since these weapons are craftable, I'm going to show you like the stats on it for like the perfect, what I think would be the best magazine perk and the best barrel perk. For the bow, I don't think it truly matters as long as the draw time is down. So I'm going to probably say like go for the lowest of draw times, which I believe is about as low as I could get. If you don't want to mess up your accuracy as much, but that is the lowest draw time right there. So for a all-around roll, I would go for Archer's Tempo and Dragonfly with a draw time masterwork, and I went for a handling and reloading mod. So the handling and reload mod is going to, of course, make this weapon feel a lot snappier. If you didn't want Archer's Tempo, I would probably go for Successful Warm-Up, and if you didn't want Dragonfly, I would probably go for Explosive Head or Kinetic Tremors. I don't really think you should be using this in Crucible that often. We do have better kinetic bows, especially things like Wish Ender, but if you don't want to use Wish Ender, there's other things like the Trials bow that comes with Kill Clip on it that I think you should probably be using Crucible anyway. Of course, we also have the Archer's Tempo, Archer's Gambit, or Successful Warm-Up Archer's Gambit combo, but again, this is also on other bows. So I would say go for Archer's Tempo, Firefly. That would be my god roll. I believe this also drops from the first encounter. And now the second gun that drops from the first encounter is the fusion rifle. So we have right here chambered compensation and liquid coils. I want to get that stability up for my PvE and PvP roll. So for my boss damage roll, I'm going to go with attrition orbs and controlled burst. I don't think there's a lot of other things you could put in the first column besides lead for gold and auto-loading holsters for boss damage. But for like a general PvE, I would go for destabilizing rounds and reservoir burst. I cannot talk today, dude, holy. And for PvP, I would say under pressure and successful warm-up. You can go for a charge time, but I would rather a stability masterwork, and I believe the mod on this one could be preferential. I would say you could do the heavy ammo finder. You can also do the one that increases range and stability, but I don't know. I think the fusion rifles are a little not that good at the moment, but I think this one will be kind of used in PvP. You might see it a lot, you might not. You can also go for Subsistence and Reservoir Burst. Remember, Reservoir Burst activates at the top half when your battery is full. Subsistence can overflow your weapon, so when you get a kill, it will constantly let you reproc Reservoir Burst. I believe the Explosion Reservoir Burst also procs Subsistence, so could be a really good roll. I'm not going to be farming for the fusion rifle because you get that from the first encounter. I don't like the first encounter, but this gun I said 7 out of 10. There are other fusion rifles easier to get as well, but this is 7 out of 10. The next one is probably going to be the best shotgun in the game, Prophet of Doom. You get this from the second encounter, which is another slow and boring encounter. I won't be farming the god roll for this, but you might see a video from it. Of course, you want to go with corkscrew rifling. You don't want to go with smooth bore. Even though it gives you 100 range, it spreads out your pellets. You do not want that. Do not go for smooth bore. I tried to get as much range as I possibly could without any minuses. So I would say either corkscrew rifling or barrel shroud if you want that extra handling. Either way, you can also go with well, you really want to go with accurized rounds, threat detector, opening shot, max range right here, also range masterwork. If you're doing it for PvE, you can go for reconstruction vault shot or reconstruction 1-2 punch. You can also go with envious arsenal. Maybe I'm not sure about how much damage pellet shotguns do to bosses, but envious arsenal might be a play for like something like Taniks if you don't have a good slug shotgun in that second slot if you're doing double slugs. Besides that, pugilist, trench barrel, 1-2 punch, really good combinations. But for PvP, you definitely want to do threat detector, opening shot. Remember, this does drop from the second encounter. Reckless Oracle is our next weapon, and this is kind of going to be your funny troll weapon. They are pretty good, but you don't really want to use 720s anywhere. It's just like a pretty fun weapon. Mine is going to be full bore. I think this has, let me check for you guys real quick. I'm pretty sure this has, yes, arrow brake. Now you want to put on arrow brake if you want to change that recoil direction, which I personally like doing. If you just want that range, probably full bore. And you also want to go with high caliber rounds. This is going to flinch the crap out of your opponents. If you don't care about flinch because flinch is already OD in the game, you probably go with ricocheted rounds. Now for PvP, I recommend tap the trigger and kill clip. You can also do tap the trigger, dynamic sway. And for PvE, I'm going to recommend destabilizing rounds, repulsor brace. But if you already have a gun with that, because almost every void weapon has that role now, you can also do something like subsistence and paracausal infinity. Paracausal infinity came with, I believe, lightfall. When you get a kill that matches your subclass, it gives it a damage buff. And then I believe when you get a kill with an ability, it gives you another damage buff. Really good. Basically, you have a 20% up almost all the time. Get a stability masterwork, and you want to go with the stability and range mod. Like I said, this one is going to be a little bit trolly. You're probably never going to use this weapon, but it is a fun weapon to use nonetheless. Sacred Providence is our next weapon. This comes from the third encounter. At the time of recording this, I am doing the cheese to get these weapons for the third encounter. So I'm personally am very excited for these two third encounter weapons. We have our arrowhead break for our recoil direction. We want that to be fully straight up. We're going to get high caliber to flinch them a whole bunch. We're going to get rapid hit to keep our stability in line, and we're going to get kill clip because we want that extra damage. This is a 4 burst pulse rifle. They're kind of hard to control, so I want as much stability as I can with the stability masterwork. And I'm also going to put the stability and range mod. Look at that range, 80 range, so that's ADS 37 meters, which is kind of far. It's not our farthest pulse rifle, but it's pretty good. Got that 73 stability, really good. If you want something for PvE though, I guess this is not, I don't think this is a good PvE weapon, but we could do something like kinetic trimmers, demolitionist, stats for all, steady hand. It's not a lot of things helping you in that PvE area right here. Probably demolitionist, desperate measures, maybe. Not a lot of things helping you in that PvE area. I would say probably kinetic trimmers, demolitionist for sure. That would be the best role. Kinetic trimmers, demolitionist right there. There's not a lot of things helping you in that PvE area, so just go ahead and leave that alone. And then the gun that you guys are probably most excited for, Ancient Gospel. As you can see, I try to max out on the range right there with small bore. I wanted some range and some stability. So that's what I went with. Of course, you don't have to go with small bore. You can also go with full bore, get that all that range. I don't think it's necessary. I have explosive payload on mine, but starting from the left, we're gonna go with small bore, accurized rounds, rapid hit, explosive payload for PvP. Of course, we have the range masterwork and the range instability mod. Now you might be wondering why I want so much stability. Stability on your weapons takes away a lot of flinch, so I like stability on my weapons. You can also go with like Eye of the Storm, explosive payload, probably rangefinder. No one really uses rangefinder anymore because it got nerfed to the ground, but rangefinder, you know, it's still a good perk even though no one uses it. If you're going for a PvE perk combination, we could go with destabilizing rounds, explosive payload. And I know what everyone's thinking about, why didn't you talk about the rampage kill clip god roll? Listen, you will never see that ever. Like that damage combination, you have to get so lucky to even think about getting that procced. The people that you're fighting are going to be scrubs to get both of these to proc. You will have no health unless you're probably doing something with Precious Scars on Titan or Devour on Warlock, or I don't know what you're doing on Hunter. Probably the one that turns you invisible and gives you damage resistance. You're probably never going to see that combination work to the full power that it could possibly work at. So I don't really like talking about people. It's a cool perk combination. It simplifies the like power creep of Destiny when power creep first started, but you'll never see that, and I'm sorry. It's not that good of a god roll. But yeah, if you want a good PvP roll, small bore, accurized rounds, rapid hit, explosive payload. Now for the last one, we have the sniper, and it's kind of disappointing because it's another kinetic sniper, and no, I'm sorry, it's a solar sniper. It's a solar sniper. It's a rapid hit, and I don't know. No, it's not gonna get used a lot. I'll say that it has a lot of competition. So, and it's not beating anything in any stats. But if we wanted to use this weapon, we have small bore, accurized rounds, 4 times the charm, Vorpal. We can switch out accurized rounds for extended mag, and then we can put our backup mag on that. The reason why I didn't do that because I also want to like switch it out for Crucible at some time. So I also want to do my Crucible god roll, which is going to be alot capacitor, opening shot. I used the Void subclass so I could get a lot of flinch resistance. So it's not really going to be used a lot. Now you could probably go with Mulligan, maybe if you want to try to get Lunky. Oh, I did not see that perk. Hold on, take everything I said back at the beginning back. We're actually gonna go with Envious Arsenal Vorpal. I did not see that. I did not see that. This is gonna be a really good one. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna have to go farm this now. Alright, so scratch everything I just said. We're going to go with extended mag. Barrel perks really don't matter right here. Extended mag, Envious Arsenal, and Vorpal. If you don't know what Envious Arsenal does, when you do damage with your 2 other weapons, it reloads that weapon that the perk is on. So we could have a grenade launcher with Envious Arsenal on it as well. Yeah, this is going to be a really good sniper actually. I have to go farm the sniper now. Okay. Great, that's great. I actually really like the sniper. But for PvP, of course, elemental capacitor, opening shot. We could also switch out opening shot for snapshot. Besides that, that's kind of it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm going to be doing the dungeon weapons next week, and I'm going to start recording that now. So, love you guys. You guys have a great day. Peace out.